as you can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times you have to do this. I'm on the third layer, and as you can see, without anything to climb on, I can't really move from this layer, which is pretty good because again, if you're a raider, you have to go through this floor and then the half wall to actually climb up right here. Hey guys, welcome back to another Deadside video. So in this video, we're going to be taking a look at this base that I've been working on. I'm going to be calling it the Tower version 1.0 because this is not a complete base, but I think the concept behind the base is pretty unique and effective. That is why I'm going to be showing you guys this base idea. So let's get into it. When I was building this base, I wasn't considering cost. I was just trying to make it as hard to raid as possible. So the base doesn't have to be this tall, but just for the sake of the base itself and making it hard to raid, I just made that was freaky. That was freaky, but yeah, I just made a base. So starting off with the exterior of the base, we have some steps, and then we have some triangular roofs. Now this is to block people from actually using the scaling ladder, because if I go ahead and take out a scaling ladder myself and try to place it on the lower section of the base, you can see that we can't actually place it anywhere, and that is because of all of these things that I placed here. So this effectively stops people from using the scaling ladder to climb onto the base. If they do manage to actually use the scaling ladder and go to the top, that would be a total mistake, because going down into the base, you'll have to go through 4 layers of floors or ceilings. At the top, in the middle, this section, at least 5 layers to get through to where the doors are located within the base. So it makes no sense to actually use 3 sets of explosive to get past these, and then another 5 floors you have to go through. So going through the roof with this base is ridiculously expensive. And that's where this base shines, because not only going through the roof is going to be expensive, but if you go through the front door, it's also going to be a little bit more expensive. And I'm going to be showing you guys what I'm talking about. So if you go up to the base and enter the base, you're going to see that we have some stuff right here. We have a mechanic workbench and we have a container. And if you look up, the base is pretty much open. We have another container and another mechanic workbench. And the reason for this is because we need these to actually get up into the base. And that's a crazy thing, because without these items here, you cannot crouch jump, you can't climb, because you have a ceiling above you. You cannot do anything to move from this location to the second floor or the half floor. The only thing that you're going to be able to do to actually do this without having privilege in this base is you have to destroy this wall, you have to destroy this roof, and then the half wall, which is right here, to get from this location to the other location right here. So how it works is pretty simple, or it is kind of tedious if you don't time it or do it properly. So you're going to go on the box and you're going to jump onto the mechanic workbench. You're going to crouch once you're on top, and then you're going to crouch walk onto the next floor. All right, so that's the first one. Then we're going to go on the box again. We're going to jump. The second one, and as you can see right here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different times you have to do this. I'm on the third layer, and as you can see, without anything to climb on, I can't really move from this layer, which is pretty good, because again, if you're a raider, you have to go through this floor and then the half wall to actually climb up right here. And that's going to be super expensive, and I don't think anybody's going to want to actually do that. So to get here, you'll have to go through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 different things, 4 floors and 4 half walls. Once you've made it all the way up, you can see right here we have the door, and again above here we have at least 4 layers of ceiling coming down. So that is going to be super expensive to raid down from top. So if you open here, you come in, then you open another door, there's going to be an auto turret right there, and then we have to go down. This is also going to be a place that you have to climb up. So if you loot the base, you'll have to climb up again, which is going to be a little bit tedious. So you have to go down, open, then down into the loot room, which is 3 boxes. And if you open this is going to be the storage container. Now this area is located on the ground floor, so this is the ground floor. The main entrance is right behind the cupboard, which is that wall right there. If I were to go outside, you would see that the location that I'm at right now is just beside the entrance of the door. So as you can see, this is the door, and my tool cupboard or my storage is located right beside the door. I think this is a pretty good base design. It's going to take them a lot of resources to actually go through this one door and then all the way up. Again, if they don't have build perv, they have to destroy these things to actually climb. And if they go through the roof, they'll have to go through everything here and also the layers that come from the top to the bottom. So this is a very expensive base to raid. The only flaw for this base is, again, the tool cupboard is right here. My storage, my loot room is right here, and that makes the base a little bit weak. However, if I were to raise this foundation, the raised foundation, which is pretty high, and bring it all the way up to this part, then this is going to be a solid wall that is going to cost a lot to raid. So again, this video or this base design is just the 1.1 version, and I will be updating it to make it a lot better to showcase how good this base can actually be. So I'm going to be showing you guys real quickly how easy it is to actually build that base and implement what I just showed you. So we're going to go to the triangular foundation, and we're going to lay out all triangles in a right around. Then we're going to go ahead and place some walls and leave one space for a doorway. Then we're going to go up one floor. I'm just going to be showing you guys the basics. I'm not going to go too in depth. We're going to place a wall here, and again, this is where we're going to keep our storage or RTC. Then we're going to place one high wall there, and then we're going to place a half wall here. Then we're going to place a floor right here, and we can climb up. Once you're here, you're going to place a floor right there, place another one right here, climb up, and then you're going to add a half wall and then a floor. So each time you go up, you're going to add a half wall and a floor, so when they're trying to come up, they'll have to try to destroy it to actually get past it. And I think this is a pretty cool design if used correctly. And again, this location is going to be where you have your storage right behind your door. So if you want to make this base a little bit harder to raid, as I mentioned before when I was showing you guys, you could use the raise foundation instead. So raise the foundation all around the lower part of your base, and again, this is where most of your storage is going to be located. So if you use a raised foundation around the lower part, they'll have to go all the way up and then come back down to actually get to your loot. And I think that is crazy. That is a lot of resource that they have to do. So just saying, you could pretty much do this 1, 2 to get in here, and then they'll have to break through everything here to go up. And if they want to go to your main loot room, they'll have to go through the high foundation, which is gonna cost them a lot. So this base can improve a lot, and I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna show you guys how good this base is. If you guys want to see that, make sure that you are subscribed to the channel, and yeah, see you guys in the next one.